Hello and welcome to Gulgotia University Learning Platform. I am Mehak Pandit, Assistant Professor with Department of Mass Communication, and I'm also the course coordinator for the subject Event Management. In the video lectures, we have been learning about the concept of event, the process of event management, then all of other entities related to event management. And in today's video lecture, we'll be learning about the concept of event marketing mix. Let us begin. Yeah, so before we get into event marketing mix, we firstly need to understand the concept of marketing mix. Of course, is a terminology. So before getting into the concept of event marketing mix, we would firstly try to understand the concept of marketing mix. Of course, marketing mix is a very popular terminology that you might have studied in the marketing or advertising. But if in case you have not, I'll of course elaborate this first so that you could understand that what how marketing mix functions in context of event management. So basically, talking about marketing mix, this is commonly used to describe the four P's of marketing. That is your product, your price, your promotion, and place. And when you are creating an event, using these four parameters, help you develop the complete event, sporting event, concert, and other promotional activity that draws the right amount of people. That is your target audience or the audience you wish to attract, and get your message across the best possible way, because that's the purpose of marketing or advertising or the event management, right? So giving the message to the right audience in a correct way so as to gain maximum publicity, right? um, so basically, talking about the first P of marketing, that is your product. So basically here what we consider is that your event is your product. So you must tailor it to the needs of people that you wish to attract, or who are your target audience. For like, if you're organizing an event which caters to the needs of children, or if it includes some brand or product that is associated to children of maybe 6 to 12 years of age. So those children, of course, because are the target audience first thing, because of course children will be using your product. But because children are small and their decision making is done by their parents, of course their parents also will be your target audience. So you organize your event or plan your product in a certain way. So this basically means that you're going to look at all the ancillary activities that might take place before the event. Like we have discussed, that the process of event management is divided into three stages, which is pre-event, during the event, and post-event. So basically, all the activities that take place before the event, or during the event, and post-event, and all of the contests and promotions that is done on your websites and social media pages, your event day registration process, food, beverage, gift bags, t-shirt giveaways, spectator activities in case your event includes spectator or participation view. Then of course there are certain the event happens at a successful level, that post event parties also happen. So in those cases, post event parties, awards, recognition, everything, the complete process of the event management, right? Then reviewing your competitive or complementary projects, just to see that what you are offering or what they are offering, because of course you both share a similar target audience. So what do they have in conjunction with their events, and then to survey the potential participants and hold focus group to find out what would you give them to attend, and what price they are willing to pay in case you are charging a fee for them to be part of your event. So this is all included in your complete product profile of the marketing mix. And I've tried to, of course, help you understand this in context of event only, as I've taken the example of event itself. Moving to your next P of your marketing mix is your price. So of course, price is a factor in case you are charging any ticket or fees for a from the audience who are attending your event. So if you are charging a fee for your event to cover maybe the cost or to make profit, because in case sometimes the purpose of event is just to make profit. So in those cases, of course, fees is there. Or otherwise, if you know that the audience, rabid audience, will potentially attend your event because your attend has a certain USP, for celebrities coming or whatsoever it may be, then in case you're charging cost, so you try to create a budget. Of course, budget will be created in context the needs and requirements of the your client, of course, because every client, every brand has their own specific costing related. So you create a budget, and that details all your expenses, include the cost of planning, advertising, the event, facility and equipment rentals, staff, insurance, license, your permits, fees, your setup and cleanup fees, of course, is included. Then gifts, food, beverages, everything, every kind of costing that should be included. And then public address system, pre and post event marketing activities. And then in case your event requires sponsorship, then creating sponsorship opportunities that help defray your cost, of course, and subtract your anticipated sponsorship revenues, donations, desired profit, your expenses, to set your price. And if you're using the event as a promotional activity and you won't be charging a fee, then to establish price of sponsorship that will help defray your expenses. So you try to set some of them low enough to attract sponsors that can make event more attractive to the attendees. So this might include giving sponsorship to companies that provide free gifts to participants, and to send a celebrity to the event. So like we have discussed in our some of previous video lectures, I also discussed the concept of sponsorship and what are the type of sponsorship. So here, in pricing, of course, it's not just about getting the money from the sponsors. It is also about if your sponsors could additionally maybe give you the venue, maybe give you the food, maybe give you some celebrity who would attend the event just as a part of sponsorship that could attract the audience. So all of this is included in the price of the marketing mix. Now moving to the third P, which is your promotion. Now, to understand promotion, using a detailed demographic profile for your target audience, choose print publications, broadcast stations, websites for advertising, your target attendees, based on what they read, watch, listen to, and visit. Then create public relations and social media campaigns, that will start well before the event and continue, even afterward, to maximize the benefit you get from the event. And then to promote your event at a business location, asking your vendors and suppliers to do the same if you have sponsors, or to ask them to promote your event on their website and social media pages, along with you are already advertising on your pages itself. So all of this is included in this P. Moving to the next P, that is place, the fourth P of your marketing mix. So basically, place refers to the place where you hold the event, pre and post event activities that determine if you maximize your attendance. So you choose the best possible sites that are easy for the attendees to visit and also are attractive to look at. So you need to use at least three criteria. You start by looking at venues which are best suited for your cocktail parties, media days, news conferences, and the event in terms of on-site logistics, right? So next, you consider how easy it is for your target audience to reach the site, considering having driving time, traffic congestion, parking, all of those things. And then you finish at your site by site selection process by choosing the best locations for logistic, that are easy and best suited for your budget. So these are the four P's of marketing mix that you eventually use for planning any marketing activity like that, right? Now let us, of course, we have tried to understand that in context of event only because I've taken the example, but now let us understand the process or the concept of event marketing mix. Now moving to the event marketing mix, basically the event marketing mix commonly is used to describe very similar to the marketing mix, the four P's purely, but additionally we do add people, process and physical environment evidence also to the event marketing mix. Now for the product, as I've already discussed, it includes the venue, quality of food, quality of entertainment, cleanliness, then price includes the affordability factor, cost of tickets, travel cost. Then place includes includes your placement, positioning, tourist information center, of course, because if you are planning an event for maybe an audience, international audience, or audience which is not familiar to your city, of course, then you try to choose places in terms which are tourist info centers, reachability, safety, security, parking. All of these decision making have to be done prior in advance when you're choosing or finalizing the place for organizing your event. Post that comes your promotion. Promotion includes your media, PR, and advertising. Then comes people. That includes your manpower and employees. Of course, you try to access the availability of your manpower and employees, reachability, and all of those things also. Then comes your process, and then comes your physical environment and evidence. So when you are creating an event, you are using all these parameters to develop your event, and of course keeping in mind that you draw the right audience to your event, and your message of course is delivered in the best possible way. So of course marketing mix and event marketing mix are quite similar, just you have to consider that in context of organizing the event. Understand event marketing mix in more detail, you can look at this picture wherein I'll have extracted all of the parameters, possible parameters that one must cater to for all the P's. Like for place, it includes all the retailing, wholesaling, your mail order, internet, direct sales, peer-to-peer, multi-channel, all of those things. Then price includes your strategy, skimming, penetration, physiological, cost plus, loss leader, etc. Then promotion includes all of these special offers, advertising, endorsement, user trials, direct mailing, then leaflets, posters, whatever you plan for your event promotion. Then free gifts, competitions, joint ventures. When it comes to people, which includes employees, management, culture, customer service, then for the process I've already discussed that. It's just that I'm helping you understand the diagram also, because it clearly shows that everything is inclined to the target marketing and everything else has their own parameters that we have discussed in the previous slide. So process include especially relevant to service industries, how our service is consumed. Then physical environment includes smart, rundown interface, comfort, facilities. And then product includes your design, technology, usefulness, convenience, value, quality, packaging, branding, accessories, warranties, all of those things. So this is what is your event marketing mix. I hope you could understand this concept. So now that you have understood the concept of So now that you have understood the concept of event marketing mix, let us understand the process of event marketing. So first thing is, when you plan your event marketing, the first thing is that you try to establish the features of your product and brand. That is, you make people familiar with what are the features or what are the USP, that is unique selling price that we use. That is what is unique in your particular event or a particular product that you expect people to buy. So you try to establish the features so that people know about your product, they get to know about their details, USPs, etc. The second thing you do is that you identify your customers. That is, you segment the audience and you finalize that what kind of audience will be our target audience, and then you start strategizing your communication and advertising and promotion and all of the event strategies related to that. Like I've already given you the example, in case your product is meant for the children from the age group of 6 to 12, then the children of those age group of course is the target audience. But now we have to take care of one thing over here, that because children are not the decision makers, so their parents are also your target audience. Similarly, if you are organizing an event for the old age, then people from 55 to 75 or 55 onwards will be your target audience. So you have to identify audience like that. Then the next thing is you plan to meet the need of the audiences. That is you get to know that what people want from you, and if you have competing brands, you try to identify that what are they giving to the audience and what are they lacking in that, and then you try to help people with what they wanted to get, and ultimately you give them, you tell them that you're giving them so that they are attracted to your product or service or event, right? Like that. Then you analyze your consumer decision making process. That is, you uh, identify that how particular customer will ultimately take a decision of investing into your product or service or visit your event like that. And then you establish consumer decision making process, and then accordingly then you finalize the price or the costing that you expect from the audience after understanding okay, this is how they will make the decision making. So maybe 500 is a suitable amount of the ticket that people would be able to give or would like to give, because this is what we are offering, right? So accordingly you establish your price and ticket program, then you promote your event, and you start promoting with the posters, video forms, social media, whatsoever media that you're using. And ultimately you evaluate your marketing efforts also, because once you process everything, you need to always analyze that how successful or how useful your efforts have been, what impact it had made on the footfall or the number of audience or the numbers, the increase in the sale or decrease in sale, or what was missing, and all of those things. It's very important for a team to analyze so that the next time you plan a strategy, you are obviously successful in that. So that was about your process of event marketing mix and the complete details of what is event marketing mix. In this slide, of course, I have mentioned the references that could be used for your future readings. So I hope this video lecture was useful to you. In case of any query, of course, you can contact me on my mentioned email ID and mobile number. In the next video lecture, we'll be covering the next topic of the event management. Till then, take care and stay tuned.